What's up, nerds? Welcome back to the channel. We are going fishing today. It is windy. Oh my gosh. Like, if it's this windy inland, you can tell if the trees are blowing around and you're gonna be spinning like a top out on the lake. So we will have the XI3 on board. We are taking the native Titan X, the bigger barge, if you will, because it spins a little bit less. More importantly, let's talk about what we're gonna be doing today. So it is fall fishing. Kind of a weird fall fishing. It's warm. It's like 72. We have a high of 74 degrees today. It's really windy. We know the weather's gonna be changing. It is October 6th as of the filming of this video. Water temps are going down. Water temp has dropped 10 degrees in the last week and a half for me. So I want to share with you guys the top 5 lures that I never leave the house without this time of year. At any rate, let's talk about the lures that we're going to be running today. So these are my top 5 for this time of year, and they are all right here, as you guys can see. Don't worry too much about the combos. I'll give you an idea real quick on like what I would recommend for that. Pick one that fits your budget. I'm not telling you to buy any of the combos I'm rocking today. All right, so first things first, let's start with some search baits. Love throwing a chatterbait or a spinnerbait this time of year. Chatterbaits and spinnerbaits you can throw on any of your favorite combos. If you're rocking a 7.3 medium heavy and that's like your go-to combo, just use that. You'll be totally fine. I do like using a 7.3 to 1 or above reel, so we're at a slightly higher speed with that. Gives us more control over our retrieve, and we can vary it up as much as possible to figure out what is triggering bites. So that's been more effective for me. Fast action is fine. I find like a moderate fast is fantastic. I tend to lose less fish on a 7.3 medium heavy moderate fast, which is my preference. Go with what works for you. Like I said, it's windy. You can hear the wind right now. I find it really important this time of year to look for the structure. I'll be flipping these up by the pads. I'm gonna parallel pads, grass, down trees, timber, riprap, whatever. That's what I'm throwing this thing at and running it along. And it tends to be really productive that way. So we've got our chatterbait. This is a Z-Man Chatterbait Evo. I'm throwing white with a big thumpy tail because of how windy it is right now. So this is Crush City the Mayor. It's a killer paddle tail. I love it. It's got a nice amount of bulk, so if you want a chunkier lure presentation, it's a good option, I feel. Just a little stubby buddy. All right, I like having the chatter, the spinner, the drop shot, and the jerkbait. It's starting to feel like a straight up fall lineup, huh? There we go. There we go. I don't know. Whoa! Good grief. Oh man. There we go. Fall lineup for bass. Let's go. Good pick. Oh, oh, freaking bluegill, dude. Was he still on there? Hang on. Let's go. Well, we know where the bluegill are. This guy's a whole dinner plate. See ya. All right, one more cast of this. We'll go spinnerbait. I'm gonna try a topwater out here. That's a fish. Please stop losing fish. Got him. Oh yeah. This is not a bad fish. Especially considering the day, looking at all the fish that we caught today. Not terrible. See ya. There we go. Had to watch him come eat it. Oh gosh. Gotcha. Look at that. Through the side. Through the cheek. Cheeked it. You cheeky bastard. Gotta hit the right spot. There's one. Oh, that's it. That's the one. What did I just say? No. That's a 5-pounder. That is a 5-pounder. Get in there. Got him. Got him. We're done. What did I literally just say? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's the one. That's the one. Jeez. That's a freaking giant. Oh, let's freaking go. Yes. 4? No? Oh my gosh. Don't give me that crap. 362. That is a freaking fatty too. Look at them. All right, thank you, friend. Let's get a big bass release here. Oh yeah, see ya, buddy. So let's jump over to the spinnerbait. This spinnerbait right here has been a superstar for me. This is the Booyah Baits Covert. I love these things. This one coming in bone, and that is a custom color that you can find on LureNet. So go to lurenet.com and you'll find custom colors just like that. Pretty much all the baits that they offer on there, which is cool. Also running some different blades. So sometimes you want to change it up. Don't always just go willow blades, Colorado blades. You can go Indiana. So I'm running something different with that. Bigger blade here being in gold, littler blade being in silver. I find you can always just do the mix with that. Silver and gold, you're gonna do fine with it. Just go with the paddle tail that works for you. I'm keeping this version compact. So I have my big, loud, thumpy search bait. I've got my slightly quieter, still gonna get some good vibrations off of the Covert spinnerbait there, and a lot of flash with these blades. Spinnerbait were more compact.
Still have a paddle tail? Still do. Gonna annihilate it here.
There we go.
Let's go.
Okay. Finally. Just trying to get something going on the heavy stick, but it's just not looking like it's that kind of day. It's not a Texas rig day. Next up, let's go with the jerkbait. This is a spring and fall staple. I don't fish them too much in the summer, but you absolutely can. We get to that jerkbait. This is where I love throwing this on a medium powered, regular or moderate action rod. So regular or moderate versus fast that we're talking about, all that stuff. It just is telling you where the rod blank is going to break, right? Where it's going to bend. And you can see that this one bends much further back, almost to this fourth guide right there. And that is what a moderate action. A slow action would bend even further back from that, and then a fast action is going to be bending way up at the tip right here. Extra fast would be way at the tip. I just find these to be the most productive in the spring and fall when those water temps get down. I'm always going with a suspending jerkbait. That's what this is. And this is another new one. This is actually from Booyah Baits as well. This is called the Flash Point. Any jerkbait will do this time of year. Depending on how the fish are behaving, you might upsize, you might downsize. So I like to bring a couple of different jerkbaits in the smaller size, either 2 treble or 3 treble, under that 90 millimeter mark. And then I'll bring a couple in the larger variety with 3 trebles. This one right here. So I'm like, this is fine. Your Strike King KVDs for 10 bucks is a great value jerkbait. Again, running white on this one today because it's gonna stand out really well in the water. We had Nick the Informative Fisherman on one of our recent lives, and you might have heard him talk about what is the most visible color to bass in any water. And the answer was white. It's the most visible for them on the light spectrum. So if you want a bait to really stand out, you need it to stand out that day, white can be a good choice. Love going with the suspending jerkbait because you can put this bait in front of the fish's face and just leave it there in the strike zone for a long period of time. Highly recommended, especially if you're struggling to get bites in the fall.
Main focus, of course, we're trying to figure out this Flash Point jerkbait. Now the deal is, you'll notice we're in a different kayak today. That's on purpose. Looking about 30 feet out here. And my goal was to see if I could find the jerkbait on the screen. That's a fish. And before I could figure it out, we caught a fish. Yeah, got him. Decent fish too. Like, I'm trying to learn something here, fish. Okay? And you're messing it all up. All right, there we go. Chunky little guy. See ya. But I mean, nah, it's an option. I fished it yesterday without the forward-facing sonar, and I kind of doubt that I'll be relying on the forward-facing sonar today to catch on it. I think I'm just gonna be, there he is. I'm just gonna be fishing it straight up, because why do anything else? Holy crap, is that a, it is a bass. Like, I feel like I can just sit in this spot and fish without worrying about the forward facing. The forward facing is telling me there are fish here, confirmed 100%, and they be slashing at jerkbaits today. So, I mean, if anything, that's definitely the win. Look at this. You see them all on the sonar there. Look at them all. This place is loaded down. We're here at the right spot, right time. And I'm just gonna keep fishing this around this area.
Speaking of struggling to get bites, if you're really struggling, go for a drop shot. You're gonna absolutely demolish on these in the spring and the fall. For drop shot, I'm running this on the spinning setup, of course. I like a 2500 size spinning reel. This is the Shimano Nasi, and then we paired that up with a TFO Taction. This is a 7.6 medium light. 7.6 medium light spinning setup is one of the best I can recommend to you. I fish drop shot, flukes, Ned, I mean, pretty much everything finesse I fish on here, and I have a great time with it. And it's only when I get into like fishing Neds in the river that I might grab my medium spinning. I love to run this on a 6 to 12 inch at most, kind of tag there to a weight. You can go lead or tungsten. I've got tungsten on this one. It's a 1/4 ounce. And then we're running the Z-Man Trick Shots, one of my favorite drop shot baits of all time. Very effective. And we're putting that on a drop shot hook. This one is, I believe this one is a 1/0. Usually I'm going 1/0 or even more finessey than that, and you're gonna be successful with this. Drop shot is really effective this time of year because all that foliage, your grass, your weeds, all that is kind of dying off. It's clearing out. So you're not gonna get hung up as much with an open hook option like that. And you can leave it in that strike zone for a really long time, kind of like the jerkbait, so they have enough time to key in on it, and you will get slammed on this thing. It is my go-to day saver. So whenever I'm struggling for the day, I'm like, where's my drop shot at? Let's flip that out there, catch a couple fish, get my confidence back, and then we can try some other things.
Kind of sitting right on top of them. So I found him on accident. Getting nibbled. Got him. Oh, actual bass. Let's go, buddy. Come here. Quit trying to throw my weights off. Oh, you suck. There we go. Droppy drop. Got it. Oh gosh. There we go. Drop shot city. Drop shot city. It's a city made out of drop shot baits. Oh my god. Bro's got some lesions. Oh no, gross. Those leeches, those are. Just trying to move off of them, dude. Oh gosh.
Finally, number 5 here, I'm gonna always recommend still having a topwater, especially if you're experiencing a warmer than average fall, which we are right now. So it is 73 degrees on October 6th. Like I said, I'm gonna recommend a heavy stick if you're running the frogs. And then if you're running your topwater walking bait, it's gonna be a medium heavy with a moderate action because it's treble bait. So if you wanna lose less fish, make sure you're using the right setup for that. In this case, this is a Monster Bass Lunker stick. This is their 7.4 heavy fast. And then I was testing this out today. Decent little reel here. This is the Cast King Deadbolt. So that was a lot of fun on those topwater bites because there's no star drag on this reel, which is interesting, right? So no star drag. The drag is just locked down. So it's full hook set. It's a blast for topwater. And especially if you guys live middle of the country or further down south, you're gonna want something like this. So I'm always gonna recommend that topwater. And for my folks who live down south, topwater is gonna be effective this time of year for sure. So there's a couple different ones that I would recommend. I'm running a Savage Gear Tough Toad a lot lately because this has been just triggering strike after strike. I've been getting so many topwater blowups on this. It's ridiculous. I find, especially for me, like summer is time for more aggressive topwaters like buzzbaits, hollow body frogs, and then my more subtle topwater bite is in the spring and fall. You can still get them. Guarantee we're gonna get some on this today, but that spring and fall bite is just a little bit different than summer. So something like this is a little more subtle than your hollow body frog, and the topwater walking bait is something where you can kind of like pause it for long periods of time, or a popper is gonna be like the other great option. So don't be afraid to bust out topwater this time of year. You can still get those blowups and it's worth it because you might have to wait till next spring for the next one. So might as well get them in while you can.
All right, you guys, might have been our last topwater bite of the year. Finally got to catch a fish on the Deadbolt. It was definitely a scenario of forcing a bite. So it was the first time that we put anything on the old Deadbolt here. That was cool. Not one of the 4 lures I would recommend in general, but seemingly a good option right now at this point in the day. There we go. So I said the last one was the last one. Nice. in general, in the fall, I'm throwing Topwater walking baits. Just so easy to work and pause wherever you want it.
So I know some of those combos are kind of bougie. If you're on a budget, if you want to save some money, you want something solid, I can highly recommend this too. This is the Daiwa Tatula XT. This one in particular is a 7.3 medium heavy, and I paired that up with the PC Fun Alloy M. This is a $50 to $60 reel that has blown my mind, and this is a $100 rod. So if you want a killer budget combo, this is a good option. All right, y'all, that is it for this video. Maybe you got some ideas for lures you should be throwing this time of year, and maybe you use those tips and you go and you catch some fish. I hope you do. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right, see ya.